Michael Jordan with AB Friendly Company, and we're back down here at the Underground Meadery. We're in February. This is the 18th of February. We're going to be doing one of the most famous orange meads for this month. The famous orange mead that everybody likes to do is Joe's Ancient Orange Mead, and it has a variety of spices to go with the oranges. This is another one that if you want to use orange blossom honey to go with all the spices, you're more than willing to. What it's going to consist of is we're going to be using water from our well that goes through the reverse osmosis machine. So we've got a gallon of water. We're going to be using 3 pounds of clover honey. I'm going to be using 1 large orange, the whole large orange. We've cut it into 8 equal slices. We're going to be using a little box of sun-made raisins. Now, if you have your own raisins that you make and pick, super good, right? But we're going to be using this. It usually takes 25 raisins. This is usually what's in a pack of these. This is clove. We're going to be using a clove out of here. This should be allspice, yeah, ground allspice. We'll be using a dash of ground allspice. This is nutmeg. We'll be using a dash of nutmeg. And a cinnamon stick. A 1-gallon fermentation device. The leaven EC1118 for our yeast. We have our candy thermometer, our hydrometer, our funnel, our rag in case we make a little bit of a mess. And if you're gonna make a Joe's Ancient Orange, you might as well be drinking it. So spicy. You can really taste the clove and the cinnamon in it. Comes out really strong. This should have like a champagne back to it by using the type of yeast and the raisins. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm using the coffee pot method to get our water warm. And we're just going to dump the honey in. Get your funnel out. Now we're using AB friendly clover honey from out of Wyoming, from our bees. That's one thing about being a beekeeper is if you get the system down, you'll always have really good honey. Have some pollen in it. It might have a little wax in it. We don't charge anybody extra for that when we put it in there. You know, they might get a bee leg. Hey, extra protein, no extra charge. You know, we're really happy to do that. So. Get some of that really good honey in there. All right. Remember, as always, save your lids. You're going to need those for when we get the extra sugar out. Doing good here today. And I turn it because it builds up the weight and it makes the honey fall off a little bit better in the jar. And then I turn it, and then that way I get it all falling in the jar, and that way I don't lose any of the honey here. So we're going to go right off the bat. I'm going to start mixing some of the hot water to get some of the sugar out. This will also help the honey inside the funnel get to where we want it. Got a lot of compliments. Everything likes to shake. It reminds everybody of Goonies. I don't know if you know the term of that or not, but a little bit of a workout. So far, hopefully you've tried a flavored water to make your first mead. You got some orange blossom honey to make a mead. Hopefully you enjoyed the summertime shandy. A lot of people really enjoy it. It doesn't seem to be overpowering. Still a little sweet on the end. Gets a good flavor out of it. If you grow your own oranges and lemons, you're probably doing a lot better than most people. But this is one of the most advanced meads without doing braggots or brochets. Has a mixture of everything. A couple different fruits. One of the fruits is a dehydrated or dried fruit, which is the raisins. A fresh, whole, big orange. And then we're going to use some spices as the cinnamon, the cloves, allspice, the nutmeg. So it gets a vast variety in there. I've been enjoying the comments that you guys have been putting on the YouTube channel. I like the messages on my Facebook. Glad you guys are enjoying this. I didn't know if anybody really liked the first part of the year that we did do a lot of mead making. But using all the different techniques and showing the equipment, I got a lot of people that really enjoyed that. That it's most people can read about it and stuff, but to see the type of equipment and how it's used, I've heard it's been very beneficial. So I'm glad that's been working out for you. Alright, that one's all drained.
Number 1541.
Push the wrong button. It'll be fine.
All right, we've got our 3 pounds of honey now in. Save your jars. If you're a beekeeper, you can refill them. If you know somebody that's a beekeeper, you can take them to get a refill. You can use them to store nails, seeds, anything you want in them. For this last bat, this is a 4 cup. So basically, I've used basically a cup in each one. Alright, so we get that in there. Let me go ahead and put my jars in here so I can wash them. Give us a little more room to work. Put our lid on. Get to mixing this one down. Alright, so now I always like to add all the ingredients before I add the water. That way I can get some sugar on some of the stuff, get the yeast to eat it. So let's go ahead and add our raisins. Now, it says to put 25 raisins in. I have a pack here. We'll just see how many are in one of these small snack packs that the kids get. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 and 14, 15 and 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, we'll stick here at the bottom, 24 and 25. So I think there's like 8 raisins left. So you could probably dump the whole thing in. So then it says to add a clove. So usually I add 2 stems and a seed. There's 1, 2. Get a seed here. There we go. All right. So it says not to add, clove is very powerful. This is, if you make a medicated one, if you can take clove and infuse it with your honey, it's good for your teeth. If you have a sore mouth and stuff like that, that's good for it. We're going to use some ground allspice. It says to use a pinch. So I'm just going to give it a little dash like that. Some nutmeg. It says a little pinch. So just give a... I'll probably have to get a pinch out. Alright. Some nutmeg. And then I'm going to put a cinnamon stick in. One cinnamon stick. And we'll put the oranges in. Remember to squeeze the oranges in. Get some of the juice going on the inside. Remember, we're adding the rind and everything, so it has not only the juice but some of the peeling, so it'd be like zesting it. This is a really good orange. It's another thing, really check your oranges. You don't want them too hard. Want them a little soft. Super good, super good. So now, I always give it a little mix, get some of the mix all over the oranges. Make sure we get all the spices and stuff put in. All right, now we're going to go ahead and add the water. Okay, now we'll make sure we get everything kind of tossed one more time. All right, now the next thing we always do is we take our hydrometer reading so we can mark it and our temperature. So I'm going to get my hydrometer out. Get my test tube. Remember, fill it up a little more than half so you can get a good reading. Now they say to get a good Joe's Ancient Orange, it should be 1.100. So we are at 1.10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 75. So we're just 30 points low for what they think is a good Joe's Ancient Orange. I could add a little more honey to this to bring it up to the content to get it right, but I think it's going to be just fine of what we want. Go ahead and clean off my hydrometer. Let's go ahead and see if we got a good temperature. See if we can dump the yeast. Like I said, I usually like it about 72 degrees. Seems to be working very good for what we're doing. .72 degrees. So that's pretty good. So as you've seen, basically every time that we do it with the coffee pot measure that I'm doing, with the gallon and adding the water that I'm doing, 4 cups of the hot water blends everything down really good. And I'm getting the temperatures right off the bat to put the yeast in. I'm not having to use a chilling system. I don't have to sit them in cold water. I'm not waiting for 24 hours, which I do recommend. I do recommend that if you want to make sure that you're getting the temperatures to the same temperatures of your facility, wait for 24 hours. That way the yeast works good. Leave a little bit. Nice. That'll be a good mead. We're hoping that the oranges and everything blend out really good. So I'm using the 11 EC 1118 for this one. I think it works really good with some citrus. I'm not doing a starter. You can do a starter. Remember, if you want to dump some of this and wait 10 minutes and let it rise to get a starter going, you're more than welcome to. It's not going to hurt anything at all. Remember to give a little jostle. You got all the fruits and the adjuncts right there. So you want to get the yeast past all that. Right? So give it a little jostle. You can flip it over if you want. Great balloon method. And there we go. Joe's Ancient Orange Mead. That's one of the most popular meads that's made. Very simple to make. It's involving a little more spices. It's going to use raisins, a stick of cinnamon. You're going to have some clove in it, nutmeg and allspice. Hey, I'm going to go ahead and let you know. Go ahead and email ABEE Friendly Company. All one word. Company's all one word. AB Friendly Company. What I'm looking for is I want your orange recipe. You send me your orange recipe. We're going to pick out the best one. And I told you that we were looking for a contest winner. February, our contest winner is going to get a gallon jug, 3 pounds of honey. They're also going to get a packet of yeast, and you're going to get our peach benelli mix. That we make a peach benelli mix. It's a sugar mix with peaches and stuff. It's a dried mix that you'll be able to just dump in. So you'll be able to add your own water to it. Dump in this mix, give it a good shake with the honey, and you're going to make a peach benelli mix. Remember to go ahead and tell us what you think. Like, share us. Go ahead, and we want you to subscribe to us. Get more of us people to look at you and look at what we're doing, because we're going to put one of maybe your recipes out here on the Underground Meadery. Hey, I'm Michael Jordan. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you're enjoying great mead making.